I want to talk about effort and our expectations, meaning we tend to believe the more effort or hard work we put into something, or the more money we spend on something, our expectations are there's a higher level of outcome or results or higher quality of for the work we put into it or how much we paid for it. So this all came about recently. We're cleaning out my mother's house, who passed away last year, and I was taking apart her chairlift. And one of the things about this chairlift, she's had it for a while, is that every few years or so it would break down, and then she would call the contractor who put it together, and then he would come in, charge her a lot of money, and it would be fixed, and then he would teach me what to do to maintain it. And what I noticed was, if I didn't keep up with the maintenance every few months, the function of the chairlift would start to deteriorate. So just last week, I actually took it apart, and I realized there were some aspects of it. I was understanding the process of why it was breaking down, and what I could have done to fix it or make it better, rather than my mother spending a lot of money on this contractor. So my point being is that if I had maintained the chairlift as often as it required, then the function of the chairlift would have continued optimally. So we often do that, or we're pretty much conditioned in life that the more work or effort we put into something, we have these expectations, greater expectations, right? So that tends to foster a quick fix mentality, saying, I spent a lot of money, I should have higher quality, whatever, like say a car. I spent a lot of money on a car and it's breaking down, something's wrong. Well, if you didn't maintain the car, if you didn't check the oil, you didn't change the oil, you didn't rotate the tires, you didn't put, I don't know, higher quality gas, or whatever it may be, it's going to start to deteriorate or break down pretty quickly. So what about with our health, with our body, with our mental, emotional, physical health? We often do that too. We think just because we pay a lot of money to see the best doctors, the best chiropractors, the physical therapists, massage therapists, trainers, coaches, whoever, we expect higher quality results. And we understand that we have to put some of the work or effort into it. But what we tend to lose is, or we tend to neglect, that we have to put some work, continual work, into our maintenance of the progress we've made previously. So we tend to put that responsibility onto the people we hire. So oftentimes, someone would hire me as a physical therapist back in the day, and they would think, get rid of my pain. And right away, I would tell them straight out, I don't get rid of anybody's pain. I may help you understand the process of why it might be there and what you can do about it, but me or any other clinician, we're not miracle workers in that we get rid of pain, despite the popular opinion. So one of the things is we want the results yesterday, and we don't want to take that extra responsibility because, well, plain and simply, we're tired. We have low reserves of energy, so we don't have that extra energy to invest that it takes to maintain where we are right now, or whatever progress we've had, right? So I guess where we can go with this is that understand that you can't just keep on buying new things, and when it breaks down, to buy it again and buy it again and buy it again. You could, but that's going to start running into an aberrant pattern of sorts where, okay, you do that, and let's say you have the money to do that, but then you don't get to appreciate how to maintain things because you keep on buying things brand new. It's like, oh, I just bought some new underwear, I wore it once, so let me throw it away and let me buy new underwear. I mean, that's absurd, but I bet there's some really rich people that do that. But the idea is that carries over into other aspects of their lives. And then when they're suffering, or when they're not feeling too good, and ultimately they're just not happy, you got to start asking those hard questions and have those really deep conversations with yourself, because that train of thought or that way of that mindset of thinking starts to affect not just your own health, but starts to affect your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others. And then we have some real serious issues. Then we have situations where we don't want to entertain or even entertain an inkling of understanding a differing opinion or someone who disagrees with yourself, or we lose the capacity to think for ourselves and we're very, very highly influenced by outside opinions or people we look up to. And so we neglect that responsibility because we haven't maintained that power that we have. So in that fact, we've been disempowering ourselves because we've set ourselves in this vicious cycle of more effort, higher quality results. Maybe it doesn't work that way.